We are live. We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are live. And this morning on the Huddle, I have a question for you. Are you a content creator who struggles from time to time on finding great content ideas for your next live stream or video? Well, this morning on the Huddle, we're going to share with you 7 tips on how to find unlimited content ideas for your next live stream or video. And we're starting right now. Praise the Lord, everyone. Welcome to the Huddle. I'm your host, Walter Strong. If you're new here and you're interested in learning about tips and tools on how to make live streaming easy for you, as a beginner, we welcome you to the show. And as we said in our opening hook, we're going to be sharing 7 tips on helping you how to find unlimited content ideas for your live stream and your videos that you upload and post to YouTube for your viewers to watch. And so if you're just joining me this morning, let me know in the chat where you're watching me from. Give me a hashtag Team Live. And if you're watching the replay of this session this morning, give me a hashtag Team Replay in the comments section. And so this morning, we are excited about this morning's content. We're going to be sharing 7 tips on how to come up with unlimited content ideas that's going to help you come up with better live streams and videos that will ultimately translate into getting more views on your content. So without further ado, we're going to get into the content this morning. We're going to do something just a little bit different as we get into this content. So if you're just joining me, bear with me as we get into this content. We're going to be using some of the StreamYard banners this morning. Normally we use the StreamYard slide presentation, but this morning we're going to be using their banners this morning to help us with our presentation. And we will be doing some screen sharing. But there you have it right there on the screen. We're talking about 7 tips on how to come up with unlimited content ideas for better live streams and videos that get you views. So without further ado, let's get into tip number 1. The YouTube autocomplete. YouTube autocomplete that is found on our YouTube homepage. If you type into the search bar, you will be able to put in a particular keyword that you are interested in finding out about a particular video or live stream or short that you're interested in, and it's going to then give you some suggested topics or ideas that you as the viewer may be interested in. And so the same way this works for the viewer, this works for me and you as the content creator. So let's do this. Let's share our slide here. And of course, it didn't line up the way I wanted it. Okay, that's better. That's better. And so let's come over here. So we're talking about tip number 1. As soon as I get my mouse into the right spot. Boom. So I typed in my first word, already had it prepared. So for the sake of time, I typed in live stream, or you can do live streaming. And so by doing live stream, once I type in that word, the YouTube autocomplete in the YouTube search bar begins to give me some suggested ideas on the topic of live streaming. More and more in 2024 that you're going to hear on the Huddle, and that's really going to be encouraging beginners, new viewers, and those of the Huddle community. For us to be able to crush it in 2024, we have to come up with great titles that is going to make our content stand out. And so we have to come up with great titles that viewers are looking for. And if we're finding the titles, we're researching the titles that people are searching for, that's going to put us in the position to come up with great titles and great video ideas. And so just by simply putting live stream, it comes up with the first content idea or video idea on live streaming tips. 7 live streaming tips for beginners, 7 live streaming tips to help you live stream like a pro, 7 live streaming tips on helping you to not keep making, uh, mistakes that's going to cost you views. Live streaming for beginners, live streaming like a pro. So it comes up, the YouTube autocomplete basically fills in. Now, let's say I change this up and maybe I'm not interested in live streaming. Maybe I am interested in, as I learn how to type, maybe I'm interested in podcasting, video podcasting. So instead of podcasting, let's use the keyword for video podcasting, which a lot of people are doing now. Video podcasting for beginners, video podcasting setup, video podcasting on your iPhone, video podcasting for you in your studio, video podcasting equipment. So you see how the YouTube autocomplete is completing and providing based on this keyword that I put here. It's basically giving me these suggested ideas for me, for my next video, for my next live stream, for my next short. The YouTube autocomplete is a wealth of information that me and you can tap in as content creators to come up with our next video. And so my question for you, as I jump over here to the chat, we're going to be jumping back and forth this morning because, like I said, we're going to be doing some screen sharing. My question for you, those of you who are just joining me, how often are you using the YouTube autocomplete? All the time, every now and then, not at all? Let me know in the chat. Give me some feedback. This is going to be interactive. As we say good morning to our live stream moderators, Florence Donald from Equip Institute. Good morning. Good morning. And then we got to say good morning to my good man. I just saw him there, Tech Troublemaker, who's in the house this morning. Good morning. And if you are watching, let us know in the chat where you're watching us from as well. And so those of you who are live and those of you who are watching, give me your feedback. Put a C in front of the comment. How often are you using the YouTube autocomplete? Because if you're not using it, you have a gold mine right in front of your face every time you go to your YouTube homepage and you sign on to YouTube before you go into your YouTube studio for your YouTube page. The search bar is the gold mine that's going to help you from an autocomplete. And again, as I click back on, boom, it just automatically. If I do, since I have Florence in, let's do productivity. I learn how to type productivity for business owners. Now this is more of a long owners. So if I just productivity for business productivity apps, business productivity software, business productivity tips, productivity to level for a level business. Again, you see how the autocomplete, whether if it's the keyword for your niche or my niche, it's helping me and you to be able to come up with unlimited content ideas. And if you are a beginner on YouTube who wants to be able to come up with new videos and start, if you're doing videos but you're not sure how to start live streaming, use the YouTube autocomplete, and it's going to help you. It's going to help you come up with unlimited content ideas. Jump over here to the chat. Let me see if I make sure if I see a comment. I think here, Florence said, I don't use it as much as I probably should. use it. Understand? But hey, it's. Let me give you a secret about the YouTube autocomplete. It's four words. I got okay. There we go. Four fingers, like the four horsemen. It's four words. You ready? It's free. Don't don't do not tell someone. Don't refuse to tell someone. Tell someone it's free. It's free, and we're not paying anything for it. And so, as long as YouTube doesn't start charging us to be able to use the platform, hey, why not? It's free. Tech Troublemaker says about once a month. Okay. And I understand as we get more into to this session on coming up with unlimited content ideas. I know there's tools that we can use to do with keyword research. Hey, we got the keyword research guru right here in the in the chat this morning joining us, and he can throw a wealth of different tools to use for keyword research and coming up with great keyword ideas, video ideas. But I wanted to start at least with the free, because sometimes we're gravitating towards the paid versions. And the truth of the matter is, I'll be honest with you, some of the different extensions on some of these keyword research tools on coming up with content ideas, you pay for them and you pretty much just use the basics of what you and I are looking for. But there's so much more in them that we don't never really tap into. It reminds me of cable television. If you're a person, I know now that with streaming platforms being popular, but if you're a person who has cable television, you pay for either the basics or you pay for the middle plan, like it's the premium plan or the extreme plan. And based on how many boxes you get, you end up paying something like $150 to $200, right? But when you look at how many channels that are on cable, they have up to almost 1,000 channels. I don't watch 1,000 channels. I watch the Weather Channel. I watch ESPN. I watch USA. I watch the local news on the local news channel. I watch Fox Television. I may watch maybe 5 different channels out of 1,000 channels on cable. What's my point? It's the same thing with these paid versions. You pay the basic plan and you don't really use it as much on everything that it has. And as a result, we just overlook the free part. And so I just wanted to start with that. Let's just jump back over here. And I want to, we're going to make this work this morning. Okay, there we go. We're going to go to tip number 2. The same way you can use the YouTube autocomplete, another free version, free tool to use is the Google search bar. And I don't have Google up, but it basically does the same thing. The Google search bar does the same thing for me and you. If you type in a particular keyword, it's going to start auto-completing and giving me and you suggested ideas on a video. If you take it a step further and then you click on it, not only is it going to give you those keywords, it's going to show you some certain videos that are ranking in search. And it's going to help you to give you an idea on the next the topic that you want to make for your next live stream, for your next video. It's going to help with that. And again, if you're a person who's interested in ranking in search, the YouTube autocomplete, the Google search bar is a free tools that can at least get you in the beginning stages of learning how to rank your videos. And being able to rank your videos is going to put me and you in the best position of getting our video or live stream seen, because there's nothing more frustrating, especially if you're a beginner or someone who's been doing this for a while. You post a piece of content that you really put some sweat equity in, and you see the results of less than maybe 20 views. after a week and you're like, wow, I really thought this was some content that was going to work. Well, maybe as good as you thought that video was, maybe there was something about the topic. Maybe there was something about not having the right keywords in that particular title. And so, what am I saying? Using these free tools like the YouTube autocomplete, using Google search bar is going to help me and you to come up with unlimited content ideas. Hey, if you're just joining me this morning, we're talking about 7 tips on being able to come up with unlimited content ideas for your next live stream or video so that you can get more views on them. The other thing I'm going to ask of you is, if you're just joining me, do me a favor, click that like button for me and share this on your favorite social media platform. I'm kind of sweating this morning. I should have put on a short sleeve shirt, but we're gonna get through it. Too much lighting here, but we're good. The other one that I want to share is Google Trends. Google Trends. Now, I don't have a screen sharing for this one, but I just wanted to bring this tool before you. Again, free. Everything I've just shared with you up to this point has all been free. Google Trends. So, looking at your niche, if it's productivity, if it's tech news, if it's SEO, if it's podcasting, whatever your niche audience is, being able to go to Google Trends and seeing what's trending about your niche topic. What are people saying? What's popular right now? If you are a person who covers sports and pro football, and you know that the NFL playoffs are starting today, and you know that the Miami Dolphins are traveling to play against the Kansas City Chiefs this morning, then you know what's going to be trending is, what is Taylor Swift going to be wearing at the game this afternoon when it's going to be at least minus 10 to 15 degrees? What is Taylor Swift going to be wearing? That's going to be a trending topic. So if you're a person who's into the Swifties and Taylor Swift, you're going to use Google Trends to help you to be able to come up with your next video idea for your live stream or your video. If you're interested in coming up with a topic about the playoff football game, you're going to use Google Trends. Well, the same way you do that is the same way you're going to come up with your next content idea for videos or live streams. So let's just jump back over here to the chat. And what I'm going to do is, as I start covering each one of these, I'm going to close some of these screens because I can see already, even though I'm hardwired. Okay, boom. Even though I'm hardwired, I can see there's a little instability, but we're going to press on. See some comments. Okay. Please. Sorry, Florence. I'm going to pull this up right quick. Grab that one we did already. Oh, there we go. Let's help if I scroll down, right? Okay, I can see everyone just greeting one another in the chat. And we acknowledge Mr. Paul Andre de Vera. Cool. Okay, please. Yes, start your comments with a C, so that way it would help me. And boom, cue with the question. Perfect. All right. So where are we at? We just covered the autocomplete. We covered Google search bar. We covered Google Trends. Let's go to number 4. Yes, the comment section. Guess what? Give you a power tip. Another free tool that's a part of our YouTube channel, the comment section. And if you are a person who gets quite a bit of traffic of comments from your viewers, let's say like a Paul Andre de Vera on SEO live show, because he's covering an important topic on how to rank in search and how to do keyword research. He's getting quite a bit of traffic from people, leaving comments and asking questions. Well, that comment section is going to be a gold mine of ideas on your next video. So if a person says, um, I'm learning how to do keyword research, but what's the best tool for me as a beginner to start out? Paul can say, okay, let me not only respond to that comment, but let me just mark that down. Okay, my next video, and come up with a video on, keyword research for beginners. Tech gets a question on his platform regarding, how to set up a YouTube. He does a video on YouTube on how to set up your YouTube channel. And the person says, how should I name my channel? Should I have my name by myself, or should I use a branded name? Tech responds to the question and then says, there's a video idea. Just simply utilizing the comment section of your YouTube channel and pulling video ideas right there. Now, if you're a person who does a lot of live streaming like me, you do understand live streams traditionally don't get a lot of comments on the replay. You'll get a lot of views, you'll get quite a bit of likes, but you don't get a lot of comments on live streams. You will find particular most of your comments will come from your uploaded videos that you do. And so that's where you will find a lot of your comments. However, but if you don't have quite a bit of comments coming through, then you can maybe look at someone who has a similar niche or topic that you are covering, and maybe looking at their comment section and looking at what questions they did not respond to, or comments they didn't respond to, and say, you know what? There's a video idea. We have the same similar topic, same similar niche. Boom, there's a video idea for you. And so using your comment section is a way of coming up with great unlimited content ideas for your next live stream and video that's going to get you some more views. So now here is my question on this as I go back to the chat. How many of you are using the comment section? Often, all the time, not as often, or not at all, and if you say not at all, I mean, again, these tools are good, but to not utilize the things that we know that are free, brother Walter, you should share the video we did together a couple of years ago. It's packed with keyword nuggets. I will definitely do that. Sure, I will definitely put that. I don't necessarily have it up and ready, but I'll definitely put it in the link in the description section, and put it on the end cards and end screens, because like you said, there's a wealth of knowledge there. And so I'll definitely want to connect that. And then I definitely want to see about getting you on for a part two to that, because we want to be able to really add value to our viewers. But point well taken. But how often are you in the comment section with all these tools like TubeBuddy, with all these tools like vidIQ, with all these different tools like Keyword Anywhere, and Answer the Public? They're great, but there's free versions as a beginner or a person who's been doing YouTube for a while, but you're struggling with coming with that content ideas. I wanted to highlight these as a way for you. All right. So do me a favor. If you're just joining me, let me know in the chat where you're watching me from. Give me a hashtag Team Live. If you're watching the replay up to this point, thank you so much. Give us a hashtag Team Replay. Click that like button for me. Share this on your favorite social media platform. And if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, I want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel, click the alert notification button, and join the conversation in the live chat. Scroll down to number 5, Keywords Anywhere. I touched on this briefly, but there's a site called Keyword Anywhere where you can go and do some basic keyword research on coming up with content ideas, coming up with content topics for your next video and your live stream. And so I will make sure there's the link in the description for that as well for you. But I want to move on to number 6 and 7, Keyword Explorer. Keyword Explorer, which you can find. I'm going to share my screen again. Go here and let's go here. Okay, let's go here. All right, perfect. Keyword Explorer. So same scenario. Since I got Paul in the audience, let's do SEO for. And so by me just doing SEO and doing for, it lets me know, hey, SEO for your YouTube channels, SEO for beginners, SEO for websites, SEO for YouTube, SEO for WordPress. If I go back and I do SEO tips, I learn how to type, SEO tips, SEO tips 2013, SEO tips and tricks, SEO tips for WordPress website. You see how the auto complete kicks in, comes up with all these different suggested ideas. Well, this Keyword Explorer part of TubeBuddy, which is not sponsored by this, but it's a tool that I have within my toolbox by paying TubeBuddy on their base their standard plan. I don't have their Legends plan, but I have their regular plan. I'm paying for this, and so it kind of gives me some insight. And so if I do keywords for beginners, and then I do explore, and then it's going to let me know from from a ranking standpoint, is it good, is it excellent, is it poor? I come down here and it's going to tell me about the search volume, how often it's searched, it's fair. It's going to tell me in terms of competition, it's poor, but in terms of optimization, it's excellent. And so it kind of gives us that ranking. But again, another tool that me and you can use for keyword research and coming up with content ideas. I see the chat flashing, so let me scroll back over here to the chat. Let's go to the chat here. Want to say good morning to my good man, Podcasting with Ash. This man keeps changing his YouTube channel, but most importantly, we know him for what he does the most, and that's podcasting. Good morning, sir. Hey, Dad, I hope everyone is good and the family's good. So glad to have you here. Want to say good morning to my good man, Rodney Full Circle. Checking this out from Vancouver, Team Live. Good morning, sir. I got a chance to check out a couple of your videos on self-care and self-respect. Man, great content, great content. Keep on, making content. You definitely have some good ideas and some topics that's really relevant for not just for viewers who watch your content, but even for YouTube creators. YouTube burnout is very real. And so just listening to a lot of the stuff that you were covering on your channel was really resonating with me and helping me. So those of you in the Huddle community, definitely just jump over to his channel. If you're a person that's dealing with YouTube burnout, creative burnout, he has some good stuff there. If you're just dealing with burnout in particular in life, as a husband, as a father, as a man, as a woman, burnout on your job, burnout with family members, because sometimes family members can burn you out. Go over and check out Rodney's channel. He got some good stuff there. So let's get back over there. So again, Keywords Explorer, the first couple of tips that we shared, they're free. Keywords anywhere is a Google Chrome extension that you put into your Google Chrome, and you can be able to use that as a free version. It has a paid version, but there's a free version. But then getting into the paid versions, this gives you a little more tools, and there are other things like vidIQ that you can use as well. But just wanted to point out some basic tools that are available for me and you. It kind of reminds me of if you go into Sears Hardware. Ash, I don't know if you guys have a Sears Hardware or Ace Hardware over there, all the way from London. If you guys have those types of places over there, and you're gonna go in there and you're looking at some basic tools, your hammers, your Phillips screwdrivers, your flathead screwdrivers, and you just need to use the basics on just doing some basic works. But no, the male in you, the ego in you says, "Oh no, I need to get the power tools. I need to get the power tools by, Philip and Decker." Power tools, knowing full well that's not your lane you should be going into. And so if you just got to stick with the basic tools that we shared, and then you move your way up to two, buddy, and it's all good. It's all good. Well, okay, where are we at? We're gonna go over to come back here. Boom. Okay, so where did we leave off at? We talked about keywords explore. Then I'm gonna get to the last tip. This is definitely a golden nugget that Ash shared with us here in the Huddle community last year doing a Huddle meetup. Answer the public. Answer the public is another great tool to be able to go over here. Boom, answer the public. So there you go. I have my word already typed in. I'm going to hit search. And if I scroll down, and it's going to give me some information. What is it just doing? What is this doing? Okay, there we go. So it gives me my graph, giving me my different topic ideas on live streaming. And if I scroll down just a little further, it kind of gives me my information that I need. So there's the graph, there's the information for the video ideas. What's important to understand about Answer the Public, you get 3 times to enter information in here. And then after that, and I think it's 3 a day from what I was researching. If Ash, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's up to 3 a day. And you can just basically, so you got to kind of use this very, intentional. You got to be very intentional on how you use or answer the public. But then if you want to get the paid version, it lets you know, hey, you can be able to upgrade for the paid version. But with so many other tools that we talked about, from the YouTube autocomplete, the Google search bar, Google Trends, Keyword Anywhere, Keywords Explorer through TubeBuddy. If you're a person who's dealing with a limited budget on being able to purchase certain types of subscriptions, you want to make it count. So maybe you just stick with the free version, and then when time progresses, you upgrade to the paid version. The whole purpose of this session is informative. Wanted to make this as informative as I could, so that you would be aware of these different tools. You would be aware of these different tools. And you say, hey, Walter, I don't need all of these. Rodney, you say, I don't need all of these that you're showing me. Pick one. And if you have vidIQ, stick with vidIQ. Pay your subscription on your vidIQ, but maximize everything that vidIQ has for you as a content creator. If you're a person like me and Florence who has TubeBuddy, maximize everything that TubeBuddy has for you. Get your money's worth out of that tool without you upgrading to the next plan unnecessarily. Now, if you need to go with the next plan of a TubeBuddy, make sure you're using everything that the plan before it has it, and you're taking advantage of the YouTube autocomplete. You're taking advantage of the Google search bar. You're taking advantage of Google Trends, and you're maximizing, you're getting your subscription worth of it. Because if you're not doing it, then it's just like paying all this money for a streaming platform for all these shows that you don't have the time to watch, like a Netflix or cable, that you're not going to sit there and watch every cable channel, and you're paying all this money and it's not being, the money is not really working for you. The money's not working for you and putting you in the best position on being able to help you with your next content ideas on your video or your live stream to get you more views. So that's the content, ladies and gentlemen. That is the content. If there are any questions, any comments, I'm gonna jump back over here to the chat. Let me know with a C and in front of the comment and a Q in front of the question. Perfect. Just everyone's greeting one another. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Wow, thank you. Yes, definitely, sir. Definitely. I'm all about supporting the simple fact that you took your time when a new person comes to the huddle. Believe it or not, Rodney, myself, my moderators, and those that are a part of the huddle community, like Ash, as soon as we see a new person, we want you to know that, hey, we want you to be able to feel welcome. We want you to feel wanted, and we want you to be able to feel like, hey, look, I don't have to feel threatened in being a part of this community that I'm just checking out for the first time. So myself and others, we will go check out your channel. We'll check out your channel and say, hey, what you got over here? What you got working over here? What you got cooking over here? And if it's something we can do to help through a coaching, consulting, video creators meetup, for free for 15, 30 minutes for free, we'll do that as well to just help build relationships and build community. So I extend that to you. Any other questions? Put a Q in front of a question. Any comments? Put a C in front of the comment for me. And if not, we're going to go ahead and, believe it or not, wrap this up. We're going to wrap this up. This was very short. Plus, I wanted to kind of get back into using YouTube, the StreamYard banners, because I'm so much using their other features. Yes, you can connect with me through Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you very much, Florence. Q. Okay. Professor's throwing out questions. Who wins today in the NCAA with Tennessee or Georgia? That is a great question. Haven't been following Tennessee, Paul, but I have in the past been following Georgia. And since I know the new head coach, I don't remember his name. I think his name is Fran Brown, I think it is. Just recently became the coach of Syracuse. And so because of, I know his connection with the University of Georgia, I'm going to pick Georgia. I'm going to pick Georgia to beat Tennessee, but I haven't really been following Tennessee in terms of the basketball. And I'm assuming we're talking about the college basketball. Forgive me. And this coach I was quoting was from football. He was on the football program, but so let me rethink that. I know Tennessee has a strong basketball program. Let me flip that. I'm going to go with Tennessee. I'm going to go with Tennessee on that one. Because the Volunteers, they have some great players to come out of that. So the professor throwing some hard questions out there. Sweet. I did too. Perfect. All right. Yes. Basketball. Thank you for the clarification. Rodney has a question. Walter, here is a question for you. What kind of impact do you wish to have on the world around you? What type of impact? That's a great question. The answer to that is simply being able to live out my purpose. Live out my purpose that I was born in this world to accomplish. If I walk and operate in purpose, I'm going to make an impact on the world. And then 2, live out my potential. If I live out purpose and I live out my potential, I will make an impact on this world. And the reason why I say that, Rodney, The person can ask, well, how do you find your purpose, or how do you, unlock your potential? That's a whole nother subject for another day. But the reason why I say that, Rodney, is because if I asked you, I'm going to ask everyone in the chat real quick. I don't want to take this into becoming a philosophical or biblical discussion. But if I ask you, what is the richest place on the planet? Put in the chat for me. What do you think the richest place on the planet is? Is it YouTube? Maybe you think YouTube is the richest place on the planet. Man, I just lost your Rodney. Where did you go? I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you, Rodney. I just had your comment and I took it down. Darn it. Paul's firing up some questions. Okay, there we go. Boom. Let's just start this. Let's don't get away from me. So in the chat, real quick, where do you think the richest place on the planet is? Some people think it's Fort Knox. Some people think it is the diamond mines of Africa. But I heard an author in his book called Understanding Potential. I read and heard that he said that the two richest places on the planet is one, the cemetery. The cemetery is where dreams, visions, ideas, songs that were never sung, books that were never written are all in the cemetery. For whatever reason, the individual left this world pregnant with so much potential, with so much purpose. They didn't live it out and they didn't release it. And it's the cemeteries, your local cemeteries. The second richest place is the jails, prisons. Because of bad decisions and poor judgments on the moment, sometimes a person can end up doing 5, 10 to 25 to life. And their purpose and potential now is locked behind bars. And so I say that to say, living out purpose and potential is how I know how to make an impact on this world. Great question, though. And in terms of how do I do that with YouTube videos, if we tie this with coming up with unlimited content ideas, YouTube is a platform that I can use to live out my purpose, to live out and unlock my potential. Had I not gotten the courage to get in front of a camera and press record or to go live, I would not have unlocked my potential from a creative side of being a creator. And if I would have died, that talent, that ability, that potential would have went to the grave. Great question, though. I mean, so man, low. I don't want to take this too deep. I don't want to flood the place. The graveyard and the prisons, the two richest places on the planet. And that was said by the late Dr. Miles Monroe, And I believe that. And so as we close this up, Rodney, you asked about how can you make an impact? How can I make an impact? How can Paul make an impact? How can Ash, Florence, Tech, those of you watching on the replay up to this point, how can you make an impact? Especially in life when you feel broken or there's a part of your life that feels broken. How can you make an impact as a content creator on YouTube and finding the right type of content ideas? Tying this all back to what we were talking about, content ideas for your next video on live stream to get more views. How can you tie this up? And how can you do this when you feel broken? You feel broken in a relationship. You feel broken in your mind. You feel broken in your thoughts. You feel broken in your heart. You feel broken on your job because you got passed up for employment, for an employment activity. You feel broken. You feel broken because your best friend betrayed you. Wherever it is your brokenness is, how can you come up with unlimited content ideas and make an impact in the world and have your videos mean something to someone? You need to simply understand this. Broken crayons steal color. Broken crayons steal color. Kids, when they are with their friends, they don't run to the box of crayons that are brand new. Their mother, their grandmother, probably the dad won't say anything, but mom or grandma or auntie will simply tell them, no. Those new crayons, Those are for school. Go get that basket of broken crayons. Go get that bag of broken crayons and color with those. And in the hands of a little child, as humble and innocent they are, they create some of the greatest masterpieces in their own mind. And some of them become great artists, great engineers, graphic designers years to come. Why? Because they understood broken crayons still color. I'm simply saying to you today as we close out, you still have more coloring to do. You have more videos still to make. Despite how broken you may feel, you're going to create and produce your next live streaming video that's going to be a masterpiece. It may not go viral, but it's going to make an impact in someone's life. God bless.